guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Sassy Sky. In today's video, we are doing a full face of e.l.f. There's cat hair on my face. I already had a mostly full face in my collection, so I didn't have to get too many products, which was really nice. Plus, they were doing their 60% off sale. So if you're going to place an order with e.l.f., wait till they have their 60% off sale. You get things for so much cheaper than they already are. It's amazing. I don't know how they do it. Oh my gosh. I'm having cat hair like attacking my face right now. Anyways, so without any further ado, let's get started. I have an entire basket just full of e.l.f. products. There's some new stuff in here. I'm pretty excited. I'm sitting here looking at all the products that I have, and I've tried probably like an even split, just like down the middle, like half. There are a few things I picked up because they were like really inexpensive and cheap, and then there were some other categories I didn't have at the time. Like I didn't have a highlighter, a powder, a blush. I wanted to try a new foundation, and I didn't have a setting spray. I thought I didn't have any eyeshadows, but then I realized that I have the Bite Size quads, so I do. Anyways, this is their original eyeshadow primer. I don't know, I think it's like the lid lock. Mine's in sheer. I was trying to get a new eyeshadow primer because they have a different formula, but they were sold out. I'm gonna try to use mostly e.l.f. eye brushes at least. They have some really good face brushes, but I really like my face brushes, so I don't really want to use any of those right now. This is a primer that's not too tacky, so you don't have to set it if you don't want to. This is the Clay eyeshadow palette in Necessary Nudes. These richly pigmented and silky smooth powders blend effortlessly onto the lid, infused with Coalian clay to help create long-lasting wear. These 5 shades in the palette help brighten, sculpt, and define. I don't know why when I saw this online I thought it was like more of a cool tone palette, but it's honestly a true neutral. I actually really like these shades. They're basic. I feel like they'd work just really well for an everyday little tiny mini palette. I've been trying more and more mini palettes. I think a lot of people this last year have been just more drawn towards smaller eyeshadow palettes. If you guys want a mini palette video, let me know down below and I would definitely, it's on my list. I also have 5 of the bite-sized eyeshadow palettes. I have Berry Bad, Pumpkin Pie, Rose Water, Cream and Sugar, and Acai You. I know for sure I've tried Acai You on my channel before. I'm not really feeling this one, so I'm going to pull that out. Cream and Sugar is a classic. I honestly really want to try Rose Water. I have not tried this one yet. I think we're going to do this one today. Alright, I'm going to take an e.l.f. blending brush and I'm going to go into the lighter matte and I'm just going to blend this all through my crease. This is a pretty light transition. I think I'm going to go into Berry Bad after I open it. Okay, so this is the Berry Bad. I'm going to go into the lightest matte into this one and see if I can just kind of deepen up my transition just a smidge. Oh, I like this. I like this combination of shadows. Alright, and then I'm going to dip back into that shade in Berry Bad, the light shade, and then I'm going to lightly tap into the darker matte and blend this on like the outer edge. And then I'm just taking more of that dark shade without any other powder on my brush to dilute it and just really adding it to this outer edge. And then what's left just sweeping through. This shade is definitely not as deeply pigmented as I thought it was going to be, just it looks really intimidating, but it's actually not. And then I'm just going to go back into the lighter shade in Berry Bad, this lighter shade, and then I'm just going to kind of blend everything together. Then I'm going to take this this one right here, and pat all over my lid. It's smooth. It's not like a chunky mess. And then I'm also going to take this lighter shimmer right here, and I'm just going to kind of pat it on the inner of my lid. I like that. That's really simple. I'm going to swatch the clay eyeshadow palette. Okay, yeah, let's compare like these swatches to a bite-sized swatch. Okay, so I swatched the shimmers of the clay eyeshadow, and this is what these two shimmers look like compared to these two. Like, look at how blinding those are compared to these. I'll have to play with that palette. I don't, based on the shimmer swatches, I don't know. I like this eye look. It's not terrible. I think I'm just going to take the lighter shimmer in the Rose Water palette and just kind of tap it all over my lid. And then in the Berries and Cream, why do I keep calling it Berries and Cream? Cream and Sugar. I'm going to take the lightest shimmer, and I just kind of want to top this lightly on the kind of center of my lid. Yeah, I like that so much more. I've only tried 2 primers from e.l.f. and I don't know if I'd say the Poreless Putty is like a favorite. It's good, but this Jelly Pop Dew Primer, I'm pretty sure this isn't limited edition anymore, which makes me very happy because I literally have 3 full tubes when they were like, oh, it's limited edition, and I fell in love with it, and I was like, what? So I'm going to take the Poreless Putty Primer. This is just the original one, and I'm just like ever so gently going to kind of prime the areas that I get really porous, but I'm trying not to use a lot of product because this is definitely, a little product goes a long way and it's pretty slippy. Okay, and then I'm going to take the Jelly Pop Primer. Oh, I love this. I take about 2 pumps. Still smells like watermelon. I haven't used this in a while, I'm just realizing. I think it's because I was using it so heavily that I decided to kind of like take a step back, because as you can see, this is truly a favorite when it starts to look like this. I love this stuff. If you have not tried this, try it. I think it's really good. It makes your makeup last a pretty long time. It's sticky, but not like too sticky. It's definitely got some plumping factors. Overall, it's a really nice primer. I have 2 foundations from e.l.f. One that I've already tried before, and I like it. It's pretty good. I think I need to go a shade or 2 down. I have mine in 210 Natural. It's the Flawless Satin Foundation. This is really good. For a $6 foundation, this is good. I enjoy it, but I don't think I'm going to use that today because I picked up the new e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. I got mine in a really, probably almost too late, but I bought mine in Fair 120N because I feel like lately, every time I put on foundation, I'm just like, this is too dark, this is too dark. I meant to film this earlier in the day and kind of do like a full wear test on it, but I don't know if I'm actually going to get around to that today. But if you would like to see like a full in-depth review, let me know. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of late to the game and I feel like everybody kind of already has their opinion on this. If I don't do that, I will definitely let you know. I am trying to use more of my unused makeup this year, so I think at the end of the month I'm going to do these like wrap-ups. So I got the shade Fair 120N with neutral beige undertones. This also has 30 SPF in it. Full coverage. This is supposed to be a full coverage CC cream. I've heard it's compared to the It Cosmetics one. I have not tried that one. Ditch your basic foundation. This color correcting cream is the only product you need to achieve a natural looking complexion but with full coverage. A multitasking dream cream infused with collagen, peptides, and niacinamide known to plump, hydrate, and smooth the appearance of your skin while protecting with SPF 30. I also picked up their Complexion Duo brush. I've been wanting a dupe to the It Cosmetics brushes for a while, and I honestly just could not justify spending that much on those types of brushes. Okay, so again, mine's in the shade Fair 120N. I'm just gonna start with a pump, because if I'm using a brush and this is full coverage, this is what the shade looks like pumped out. I'm gonna try to use the brush. We'll see how far I can get. Very little amount. I like barely dipped my brush in there. I don't normally use brushes anymore. Okay, wow, that little bit went a really long way. It's actually like the perfect shade. I'm gonna cover up this area because I have gotten the worst acne right here as of late, and it's painful. I actually don't mind this. It's full coverage, but like, it doesn't feel full coverage, and I don't know if it's just like my technique and how I'm applying it, but look at my chin. It's like, you can still see a lot of my imperfections, which is kind of like what I've been liking lately. I don't really want to just cover it all up. I just want my skin tone to be pretty even. And this shade's actually a really good shade. So I'm going to finish up my face with this brush. I feel like I probably should have washed this so that it was like more fluffy, but I'm going to finish my face with this brush and then let you know what I think. Let's get this hair out of the way. Okay, so this is what my skin is looking like. And this is just one pump. It's honestly really nice because you can still kind of like see the glow through it. It didn't like mattify me. It didn't dry out my skin. It's still kind of tacky. I would say that if you're going to use 2 full pumps, then that's when you get the full coverage. But if you only use 1 pump, it's easier to kind of manipulate and sheer out, which I actually like more of a medium foundation than a full coverage. So I actually am pretty happy with what this is looking like. I think I'm just gonna go with concealer next. I like this, and I think the shade was really great as well. I have a bunch of concealers from e.l.f. I don't even know how these stumbled into my collection. I think I was just trying to find concealers, and I got these when there weren't a lot of good drugstore concealer options. So I have like all of these. I don't even know what the names of some of these are. Like this one, it just says light beige on the bottom. I don't know what type this is. And then these two are the HD lifting concealer. I have fair and light. And then I have 2 of the original camo concealers. I have one in medium peach and one in light peach. I don't know how I feel about either of these. I know people either like them or they can't stand them, but I think what I'm going to do is take light peach and just dot small little dots, and then take this HD lifting concealer in fair and kind of put this. Oh, that is not fair. No, that's not fair. How dark is light if that is fair? About light peach. Light beige. We're gonna try this concoction I just put on my face. I hope it didn't like ruin kind of what I've got going on with the foundation. Okay, so that wasn't like terrible. So it doesn't look bad under this eye, like at all, really. And then I go over to this eye, and you can kind of like see how exaggerated like the Mila or whatever that stuff is on my eye. You can kind of like see all the little bumps and ridges. I don't love that. I think I'm gonna like keep using these and see what I think. Because I didn't mind the like concoction I put on my eyes. I don't know if it's like the perfect shade of concealer, but it's actually not horrible. I have loved this e.l.f. product for years. It's their aqua infused blush and bronzer. This one's in bronzed pink beige. And as you can tell that I love this product because you can see the ring in both pans. Right there. You can see the ring. I haven't hit pan yet. I'm just going to take my Sephora Pro Diffuser 64 and I'm going to dip into the bronzer side. This is such a stunning product. I'm kind of sad that e.l.f.'s like aqua infused collection didn't do well because I feel like it was released almost too early. Like they spotted that there was a trend going that way and then the trend kind of like slowed down, and then right when it hit its peak, e.l.f. had already discontinued. It seemed like e.l.f. had already discontinued most of the line. So I really wish they would bring this line back. I think you can still get this. Do you see how just like beautiful and glowy this bronzer is? So I don't have any on this side. Look at how beautiful. You don't need a whole lot of product too. Like this is gonna last you a pretty decent amount of time. And if you're wanting a dupe for the Milk Makeup bronzer stick, this, and it's only $6 and it just like buffs into your skin so nicely. Be careful because you can go a little overboard like I just kind of did. But I have no issues with it disturbing my foundation. It just lays over it so nicely. It's a good color. It's glowy. It's just perfect. And then I'm just going to take my foundation brush because on this side it's looking a little silly, and I'm just going to kind of tap over. I'm going to take my brush and just kind of wipe off some of that bronzer, which most of it's already off anyways. And then I'm going to dip into the blush side. This looks intimidating, both the blush and the bronzer, but I promise you it is not that intimidating. Like honestly, once it's on the skin, it looks really good. I really like how this applies with like a duo fiber brush like this. This one's nice and like kind of packed. With a sponge it's nice, but I feel like you don't get a lot of the pigment, so if you don't want that kind of look, use a sponge. But if you do, use a brush. But it's definitely really nice when you have like a sponge and you've done your foundation and then you use a brush for this, and then you can like use your sponge and kind of manipulate it a little bit. This product is so beautiful. If you're gonna get anything, I highly, highly recommend these. They're so beautiful. They're natural. They're like lightweight. They look really good on the skin. They wear really well. They're glowy. They're just fresh. I love that. I got a powder from e.l.f. because I don't have any powders from them. Which I didn't really need another powder, but everybody's been talking about this one. I thought I might as well grab it and test it and see what I think. This is the Halo Glow setting powder. I got mine in the shade Light. I'm going to use my Sephora Pro 56. I'm going to tap some powder into the lid. Oh, I tapped. I couldn't see. I'm going to set my under eyes. Honestly, after kind of like applying some of that blush and bronzer, the aqua stuff, my concealer doesn't actually look terrible. I don't think I love it, but it doesn't like look that bad. It's not disappointing me at this moment. I feel like this said Halo Glow, but the more powder I apply, the less glowy I am. Also, I literally did not conceal any other area like I meant to in my mind. The rest of my face is gonna get set with my Complex Culture Press and Set Bronzer Brush. I freaking love this brush, guys. Talked about it in my brush favorites. I use it like every single time I do my makeup. I love this brush. I'm contemplating ordering 2 more, one for like blush and one for powder specifically, but I don't know, I just can't bring myself to spend $35 on each brush, but it's so good. It's so good, I swear. I'm gonna take my Rosewater palette and a detailed crease brush, And I'm just going to go in with the lightest matte shade. Alright, I think I'm going to call it good with that. I don't feel like I need a lot of bronzer, but I'm going to go with my e.l.f. Forever Sun-Kissed. This is like their primer infused bronzer. And I'm just going to gently tap just mostly on my cheeks and like down. I feel like I don't need a lot because my foundation matches really well, and I did go in with that other bronzer. I just have to be careful with this because I feel like it's almost too warm, which is why I don't use it that often. Alright, then I'm going to take their primer infused blush. I got this one in Always Punchy. I think there was another shade I wanted to get, but they were sold out. It's honestly showing a lot more peach on camera than what it is in real life. I feel like back here is like a proper, because when you pull it forward it looks really light. Do you see that? That's like what the shade looks like. I'm going to take my favorite right now brush for blush, the BH number 3. I'm kind of mad that they don't have this brush set anymore, because this was a popular brush set. Oh my god. This was a popular brush set for a really long time. That was pretty pigmented, kind of what I expected. I got this because I didn't have this. It's their Glow Gleam Theme palette. I've been eyeing this for a really long time, and this was 60% off, so it was only $4 compared to $10 is what it usually is. It has 3 different highlighter finishes from soft glow to beaming. You can transform your day glow to an intense night look all in one palette. These two are the more subtle. You have like a glittery, probably like not very pigmented one, and then the super ones. Do I want just like subtle glow today because everything else seems kind of natural? I think so. I don't want to, but I think so. I'm gonna go in with this middle highlighter on the top row and see what happens. Oh, even for like a subtle glow, it's like beaming. I'm almost kind of scared to see what the bottom row does. Okay, I actually really like this. I mean, I only tried one shade, but I can tell you for one shade it's worth, if you're going to get it for 60% off. You know, a lot of people don't like face palettes, and I find that so odd because I like face palettes, like especially highlighter palettes. I just feel like for the price, you get so many different options. I don't know, but I could also see if you were a darker complexion, this more than likely would not work for you. So I can understand not wanting a face palette and just going with a highlighter that's formulated specifically with your skin tone in mind. I love the packaging of this. This rose gold coloring, this is really fucking nice. Oh, they have the names in the back of these. I bought their glitter primer. So I didn't use this, which sucks because I meant to use it, but that's okay. Okay, so they don't have a lot of like lip liner options, which was kind of surprising because I was like, I would have thought e.l.f. would have had more than just a few of these. So I got the lip liner and blending brush in Dusty Rose because this was like the only one I could find on their website. This is what the packaging looks like. This is the color of the packaging, like on the side. That's the color. But then the color of the thing is like way lighter. So when I got this, after looking at it online, I was like, oh yeah, that'll work. And then I get the package, I'm like, that is way too dark. And it's not. I have 2 of their Seriously Satin lipsticks. I have Nectar and I have Cream. I think I'm just gonna go in with Cream. Neither of them really match this lip shade. Okay, it's like too stark, so I'm gonna go with a little bit of Nectar. Oh, Nectar's a nice color. I just now realized I don't have a lip gloss from e.l.f. So I think we're gonna have to leave it at this. I'm gonna hop off and do brows and mascara. I have the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in Blonde and the Wow Brow in Taupe. And then I also have the Keep Your Curl Mascara in Black. So I'm gonna go do that real quick. We will come back, set the face, be good to go. I'm about to do my mascara. I opened up the e.l.f. mascara. Tell me which one is e.l.f. and which one's Maybelline before I tell you. Which one would you say is e.l.f.? Which one would you say is Maybelline? This one's Maybelline and this one's e.l.f. If this is a dupe for my Maybelline mascara, I'm gonna be very happy because this is like the last thing that's not cruelty free that I haven't found a dupe for yet. Now I'm gonna do my mascara. I think we did it. I think this is a fucking dupe. Like, legitimately, do you see how beautiful my lashes are? This is like literally one coat. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Guys. It's a wet formula. It has like the same brush. It has the same consistency. I don't even care if this is hard to take off. Like, I just don't. I'm gonna set this with this dewy setting mist, coconut infused makeup setting mist that leaves a dewy finish, healthy looking glow, long and lasting dewy finish. Okay, I think they discontinued this because I literally just went to go see if I could find it on, what the hell was that? Did you see that? Like, shut out. Anyways, I went to go see if I could find it on their website and it's like gone. So that's cool. Okay. Oh, that like attacks you. Ugh. I've never liked the mists on e.l.f.'s products. Okay, that was really nice. Don't love the sprayer. Just a heads up, smells pretty good. Anyways, okay, so I sat down and I calculated how much this full face cost of every single product I used if I would have had to go out and like buy it all brand new and there was no sale. And it cost $128 for a full face of really good makeup. I'm happy with about everything I tried. The concealers honestly could probably do without. I mean, they look fine. Like, I'm not seeing anything upsetting about them. I really like the new foundation. I love, of course, the Aqua Infused blush and bronzers, which I did check. You can actually get them right now. My favorite standout product thus far is the mascara. Holy crap, is this exactly like Maybelline Lash Sensational? Holy crap. We'll see how difficult it is to take off. That was a concern from Kelly Gooch. I think as well as Andrea Matilio. I think they both had issues with removing it. So we will see. So far, honestly, so good. Honestly, I don't even mind if it's going to be hard to take off. I like that. That means that it's not going to transfer, which I have issues with, like in the Mad Lash. I've heard that that's like a dupe for the Maybelline, even though it's more expensive, but like formula-wise and cruelty-free a dupe. I don't know. I love this though. Everything was so good. And a lot of it was new. Some of it was some favorites. Some of it was kind of older. We just had a nice wide range of product today. I actually really like how my makeup turned out. I really like that foundation. I like how you can kind of see my skin through. The only problem is it does look a little heavy on my forehead, which for me I don't like because then it kind of like exaggerates all of the emoter lines, that's what I like to call them, in my forehead. But other than that, I mean, like, my pores look really good. I like the simple, just subtle eyeshadow look we went with. I love the way my lashes look. Like, I cannot stop looking at the monitor, at the mirror in front of me. I can't stop. It's so pretty. So I definitely think the standalone item is the mascara. I also really liked the powder. It was alright. I would like to keep using it. And I love these bite-sized eyeshadow palettes. They're so good. Everything I tried today was so good, probably minus the concealers. Other than that, amazing. The brows were good, mascara is good. Eye primer, I would like to try a different eye primer from them if I'm being completely honest. I just think that's one of their like old products, like OG products. And so I think that it needs kind of a revamp because I thought I really liked it, but you can't really tell right now because I haven't worn it a lot. But I've been wearing it more and more often at other times, and it's creasing on me, and I wore a primer so my lids don't crease because I have oily eyelids. So I'm going to keep probably use that up, try to see if their other one comes in stock and pick that up later on. But I am very happy with how this turned out. I Love this. Let me know if you guys have any favorites from e.l.f. that I didn't try. I would love to check them out. I love this brand so much. They're cruelty-free, they're inexpensive, they're affordable, they're good quality for being cheaper. Their packaging, how do they have such decent quality packaging for such a inexpensive price tag when high-end brands like can't even do that? e.l.f. is getting up there in price. I mean, this was $14. I was not expecting this to be $14 from e.l.f. like ever. I just think of e.l.f. in the good old days of them being at Walmart right next to the perfume aisle, and it was just like this tiny little, not even an end cap amount of makeup, and the products they had then compared to the products they have now, and how much space they have in like Ulta and Target and Walmart. They almost have like an entire aisle themselves. I love e.l.f. so much. Honestly, if you're looking for to ball on a budget or looking for any new products, definitely check out e.l.f. I would probably wait until they do a 60% off sale, because this whole face was $128, but I don't think I actually spent $128. I think most of the things I've gotten here I got 60% off, and then the things I didn't get 60% off, I think I had like a 25 off discount code online. You can find them anywhere. Definitely keep that in mind. This brand is inexpensive and they kick ass. Like, do not sleep on e.l.f. Okay guys, that's gonna do it for me. I hope you enjoyed today's video and my full face of e.l.f. Let me know what you guys would like my next full face of to be. I've done Makeup Revolution and ColourPop so far. I like to keep these full faces of something affordable, like in the affordable brands, because this was $128, but I don't have a lot of like every category product in higher end brands, and honestly I would like it to just be more achievable. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed this look. Let me know if you have any e.l.f. favorites that I might have missed today. I will leave all my social medias linked down below as per usual, as well as the playlist of the week, and I'm gonna go ahead and see you guys in my next video. Bye!